So now we're thinking about adding with decimals. And we're going to partition, but what we're not going to do is just individually pull each strand apart. We're assuming that at this stage the children are comfortable doing that. So for the number sentence 26.5 plus 19.3, we've got 5/10 here, we've got 3/10 here. We've split a unit into 10 parts, and here we've got 5 of them, that's why they're called tenths. And you can see we've got our tenths column already waiting for us. So we've got 26 point, and then 5/10 is written as 0.5, and we've got 19 point, and then we've got 3/10, which is 0.3, and we're adding up all of those numbers. So 5 plus 3 will give you 8/10. We're counting in tenths, so 8/10 is 0.8. You follow your decimal point down. 9 plus 6, or 6 plus 9, well, that's going to give you 15, and 20 plus 10, 20, 30. Now we'll bring it all back together. In our first section, we've got 30, 40, 5, that's 30 plus 10 plus 5, that's 45. We bring our decimal point in, and then we bring in our tenths. We've got 8/10, we just write that as the 8 now. We can forget about these first two parts. 45.8 is your answer to the first one. We will look again, partitioning once more with 38.4, and we're going to add 27.5, and we have our tens, our units, and our tenths column. 38 point, now we've got 4/10, that's written as 0.4, and we've got 27 point, and then we've got 5/10, which we write as 0.5. Remembering we are partitioning the number at this point, or the numbers even. 4/10 plus 5/10, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9/10. Bring the decimal point back into play. It's very important that the decimal point, the main decimal point, stays in place. Don't worry too much about this part when we talk about that. 8 plus 7, well, that will give you 15. And 30 plus 20, 30, 40, 50. We can put it back together. We've got 50 plus 10 plus 5, 50, 65. We've got our decimal point, and then we've got a 0.9, which we know is just 0.9 when we put the number back together. So we have an answer of 65.9. Now we can see the exact two calculations done more efficiently with just your standard method, and this doesn't involve the partitions. And as children become more confident, and I've said this time and time again, they will simply realise that a standard method just saves them a little bit of time. 26.5, 19.3 equals what? 5/10 and 3/10, 5, 6, 7, 8. Decimal point comes back. We've got 6 units and 9 units. That's a total of 15. So that is 1/10 and 5 units. You can see the number 15 here. It's quite clear, 15. And then 1 plus 2 plus 1, and we're counting in tenths. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 45.8. And if you go back to earlier in the video, you will have the exact same answer, only partitioned. Another standard method now, just repeating the second calculation from the video. That's 38.4 plus 27.5, tens, units, and our tenth column. We've got 38.4, that's 4/10, and 27.5. We know that 4 plus 5, it doesn't matter what we're counting, 4 plus 5 is 9. It could be 9 eggs, 9/10, 9 rulers. We're counting in tenths, so it's 9/10. 8 plus 7 gives you 15. Again, you can see quite clearly the number 15. That's a 10 and 5 units. 1, 3, and 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6/10. So that is 60, 65.9. So there we've got adding with tenths in the partition and the standard method.